By the number of entries, Super Smash Con is slated to be the 8th largest Melee tournament of all time, and has a lot of high-level talent going to be in attendance, so I thought I'd highlight a few players and storylines that you should be watching out for this weekend. The visuals for this video are going to be a little different, and it may seem like a bit of data overload, but I want to create these sort of player cheat sheets that give a fuller picture of the player's story coming into Super Smash Con that can't be all read out in one video. There's a link to standalone versions of these in the descriptions if you would want to use them as a quick reference during discussion about it, or if casters at Super Smash Con would want to use them. And as always, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor Smashgrade, but I'll talk about them a little bit later in the video. First off, we have Hungrybox, who has been falling just short of winning big tournaments all summer, and who has recently suffered losses to both Leffen and Plup in grand finals. The last tournament that he was able to win with at least one other god in attendance was back at Smash and Splash 3 in early June, with him failing to win Saint Gaming Live, Evo, DreamHack Atlanta, and GOML since then. For Hungrybox, SmashCon will be about firmly cementing himself as the second best player in the world and showing that he has just had a few bad losses this summer. He's actually slated to play Plup or Leffen in winter semis to get a chance to take his revenge over them, but the real test is going to be if he has to face Mango. He's a measly 1-5 this year against him, and if Mango is able to take this tournament, he'll get even closer to possibly taking his second place crown from him. It's also important to note that this is one of the first tournaments under the new rule set, so mid-set coaching is banned. So for Hungrybox and many of the other Smashers highlighted in this video, Super Smash Con is about showing the community that they are still able to play at their peak potential. Next we have Leffen, who is still riding the high of his recent GOML victory, and is looking to show that he has finally returned to his Godslayer form that we've only seen at Smash and Splash so far this year. His projected road to top 24 does not appear to have any wildcards that can knock him in the losers early, but being diligent should still be a concern for Leffen, who has suffered some bad losses this year. Once in top 24, he's got a rough road of Plup and the potential of 3 gods ahead. He's even with Plup this year, and he's won his last meetings versus Hungrybox and Mango, so his biggest concern should be Mewtwo King, who did not take a single game off in their last 2 meetings. But if Leffen is able to take this tournament, or at the very least take sets off multiple gods, he'll be making a clear statement that he still has the talent to make it back up to, or even past his 2015 rank of 3rd best in the world. Another player to have on your radar for an impressive run is DFox. We haven't heard much from him this summer besides his big win over Leffen and his 2nd place finish at BMR, but this does not mean he's had a bad summer, despite what his Evo finish might say. He's won smaller tournaments over the summer like Function and Downfall over top players, and he suffered early but not terrible losses like to the Moon and Mewtwo King at DreamHack. If he's able to play to his full potential, he should be able to push through Colbol and Axe, both who he has a winning record against this year, to make it in the top 24. He's projected to play against Mango from here, who he hasn't beaten since 2015, which means he'll probably drop into losers. If he lucks out with his dream bracket of Chu, SFAT, and Leffen, he'd be able to peak at a respectable 4th place after he runs into the wall of 3 gods who he's combined 0-6 against this year. So SmashCon for DFox should be all about putting another solid placing on his report card for the year, putting himself back in the consciousness of the Melee community with a good performance, and taking sets off players ranked above him so he can make a case for himself to be nudged from 11th into the top 10. Like Leffen, Kirby-Kaze is coming off a great run at GOML where he tore through Crush, Hugs, and Shroomed in losers who are all ranked above him and finished at a very strong 5th place. KK has been around the scene for quite a while and was actually considered one of the top 10 players in his heyday, and is slowly starting to make his way back to his peak, with being ranked 31st in the summer Melee at On Me rankings. So with this tournament, KK is looking to take some more victories off players ranked above him and slowly climb his way back to the top. Being a loser this early really widens the field of players that he could possibly run into, so I picked a couple of high probability players to put on the right. And although Kirby-Kaze has not been tested against a lot of these players, he sure has the talent to beat a lot of them. So make sure to be on the lookout for Kirby-Kaze's matches in the lower bracket to see what other names he's going to be able to add to his ever-growing resume at Super Smash Con. The last player that you should be keeping your eye out for at Super Smash Con is Zane, who has made a meteoric rise from 66th to 41st in the Melee and On Me rankings this year. He's most known for taking a game off Leffen, but he also has wins this year over other top foxes like Mike Hayes, Ryan Ford, and KJH. Zane is in a similar situation as Kirby-Kaze, as he is Chew and Wizzy in his way to reaching top 24 from winner's side, so he's going to have to prove himself in the lower bracket. His biggest roadblock to playing against top players he's never faced this year is his local demon Rishi, who is 3-10 against this year and is ranked 1 step above him at 40th this summer. Their last 2 sets both went to Game 5, so it is very possible that Zane could clutch it out. If he's able to make it past, one of the biggest potential victories would be against SFAT, who has beaten Zane in both of their meetings this year, but their recent set at GOML went to Game 5, so just like Rishi, it's not far from impossible. And again, just like KK, if Zane is able to show up in the same way he did when he reversed 3-0'd Leffen, Zane should be able to take a handful of high-ranked players out of the tournament before he's eliminated. Besides these 5, there are many more you should be keeping an eye on as well, like Plup, who is in a very similar situation to Leffen coming off his DreamHack Atlanta win, and That, who has been underperforming his 7th place ranking since Battle of BC. And in the comments, I'd love to hear who you guys think we should be watching this weekend and other storylines that I missed out on, and also who you think is going to have an unexpectedly strong showing this weekend. And before we end off this video, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor SmashCrate. Not everyone, myself included, who wants to go to Super Smash Con this weekend is going to be able to make it out to it, but SmashCrate is able to bring SmashCon to you. SmashCrate sends you out a monthly crate of Smash memorabilia that is actually created by fellow Smashers and is specifically tailored to your preferences. So if you want to support an up-and-coming Smash-based business and artists within our community while getting some awesome merch for yourself in the process, SmashCrate is a no-brainer. And if you follow the link at the top of the description and use the code Untitled, you can get 10% off your order at checkout. So yeah, that's about it for the video. Again, I say this every time, but I really mean it. I want to thank you guys so much for your support. I just recently passed 3,000 subscribers, which is wild because I think I mentioned this in a previous video, that I've been making YouTube videos for like 7 years, and it took me 6 years to get that first 1,000, and then in the last month and a half, I've gained another 2,000 on top of that. So it's kind of demoralizing, but at the same time, it's really cool. Also, this weekend, I'm going to try to tweet out some database factoids based on the matches that are going on, so follow me over at Saves Untitled for that, and also previews of my videos and other stuff if I ever tweet about something besides Smash, which I won't. Yeah, so I guess I really don't have anything else to blather on about. If you haven't already, go check out SmashCrate. Those guys are super cool over there, and the products they send out are awesome. And I think that's about it. I've been Saves Untitled, and I'll see you guys next time.